All right, Chris, after a bye week, I think it's actually a rule that we have to ask what you did for the bye week. Did you do anything fun with your week off?
To be honest, I was just in my apartment chilling the whole time. I was just watching the other games, kind of laughing at them, knowing they got to go to all their meetings and all that while I'm chilling. But nah, to be honest, I went grocery shopping, cleaned my room, but watched some film, of course. But nah, I was just mostly just to get my body recovered 100%.
Yes. Everybody thinks you're doing all these fun, exotic things, and you're just going grocery shopping.
Just grocery shopping at Smith's. Got to get some Cheez-Its or something.
So you mentioned just resting, relaxing. Did this bye week come at a good time for this team, do you think?
To be honest, for me it did. I felt like just playing all them games and just getting all the hard teams out the way. I'd rather just play them all and then kind of recover for the second half of the season instead of playing like 2 games and then having a bye week or something. That's kind of weird to me. But nah, I feel like it came at the right time.
I don't know if anybody is ever 100% after the first game, really the rest of the season. How are you feeling health-wise?
I feel good. I feel like the bye week definitely helped, like little aches and things like that. Just resting definitely helped my body. And I feel like a lot of other kids came off injury too. So I feel like we're doing good.
You mentioned catching up on schoolwork, doing things like that. What are you studying at BYU, by the way?
I'm actually studying exercise and wellness for my major, and then I'm minoring in business.
So what's the hope that you can do with that?
I mean, possibly become a physical therapist or something like that along that road. But I mean, I'm still gonna explore, of course. I still have a little passion for music on the side, so we're gonna see.
What kind of music?
I mean, some rap, R&B. I make beats, so I'll be making beats and stuff like that occasionally, but just things like that.
There's a couple of players on this roster that are into creating music. Do you guys? I mean, is there a competition with this?
No, I mean, I know Squarley does it. We've definitely talked about making a song. That'll come soon. You know, be on the lookout for that. But nah, if we do music, it's cool to talk to another person on the team that has the same interest as me or something like that. So, nah, it ain't a competition.
All right, so there's 5 games remaining in the regular season. Up to this point, how do you feel the defense has played in general?
To be honest, overall, I feel like we've improved from like just last year and things like that. Definitely, there are those games where we have like let a few points come out, but we know we had to correct it. And I feel like we did pretty good Hawaii first half, second half, things like that. But I feel like we've been pretty good overall.
It was interesting, and we were talking with Corbin Kafusi about this. During the Hawaii game, you know, obviously there was a lot of emphasis on the offense, and people were talking about how the offense had a spark. The defense seemed to have it too. You guys seemed to be a lot more aggressive. What was the change, do you think?
I mean, when you see the offense just go down and score and things like that, it definitely gives our defense a boost, knowing that, like, okay, we got to have their back too. I mean, they're putting points on the board, which means we can't let the other team put points on the board. Like, we got to do our job. So it definitely helps us a lot when we can get points on there. So,
for you personally, you've started every game this year, and I believe even going back to last year, you started the final 5 games at corner. Where do you think you've made the biggest strides?
Definitely with I'll say my coverage. I think like some things like that, and then I feel like I've been playing the ball a little better. I know Arizona had a little PIs, but no, I feel like I've improved with that. And then tackling, I feel like I've been in the run game a lot. I mean, I feel like I'm in high school game playing safety, just being in the run game, and I like to hit. So I mean, I'm always up for it.
The PIs in general have decreased. Was that just an adjustment? What's been the reason for those decreasing?
G's been honest. I mean, I'm always, like, even just us corners, we know, like, we get a lot of PI, so we definitely try to emphasize it in practice. Like, even if they catch it, just make it a habit of turning around, look for the ball, play the ball, and we've definitely been doing that, and I feel like it's been translating into the game really well.
Well, and especially this season, and it won't necessarily be the case this week against Northern Illinois, but you guys have faced a lot of teams that are really proficient at throwing the football. How much of a test has it been this season?
I mean, it's definitely been a big test playing teams like Washington and just all those big passing teams that you always hear about. But, I mean, just we always go into the season, going into the game, watching film, and I feel like that's something I've improved on a lot, just watching more film. It definitely helps, just learning wide receiver tendencies, and it definitely helps in the game.
So speaking specifically about Northern Illinois, their offense, while their quarterback certainly can throw the ball, they're much more run-oriented. So as a corner, how does that change your role and what you're doing defensively?
I mean, still, like, if they call man, we still got to lock up our receivers because they'll always throw the ball. But, of course, in the run game, we know they run a lot more than usual teams we play, but we know we have to come up and tackle this game. So that's just one thing that changes our mindset, just coming up and making big hits.
Butch Powell was talking a couple of weeks ago about how the team was playing loose, but at a certain point it got a little too loose, and you guys were trying to rein that back in, and you felt like you guys were on the right track. You guys feel like you found that nice balance of being able to play loose and comfortable, but also assignment sound?
Yeah, that's one thing Kalani's been emphasizing, is just going out there and just like having fun while you play. You don't want to play like so tense and just nervous. It's not a good, like, you don't have good outcomes when that happens. So you want to just go out there, have fun. But of course, you always gotta. Honestly, I feel like when you just practice good, it like kind of translates into the game. So you just go out there. Once you do it in practice, it's just the game in front of everybody. You get to make highlights. I feel like that's game time. That's when you go out there and have fun.
I don't know if it really matters to you one way or the other, but you do get to play in the afternoon on Saturday. I mean, is that something BYU's used to playing a lot of night games? To be able to play an afternoon game at home, that's somewhat rare.
Honestly, I love day games. I like day games, just the blue sky, all that. I don't know, I like it. There's something about it that I just like playing in it.
I appreciate the time, and good luck against the Huskies.
I appreciate you.